Have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Sanders' first carry of the game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down, Eagles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Sanders. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Intercepted by the Eagles.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On second down, it's Sanders. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He's the ball carrier.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Beckham. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time, he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the interception, Mayfield Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Browns nothing.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He won't go down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, it usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
The ball carrier.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Wentz now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now this time, Wentz will throw. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
For the field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On first and 10, Mayfield.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. Able to get away and shedding through the tackle. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at third and 10. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
2nd and 10.
Mayfield now on second down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. Zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Sanders a first down, still going. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
For the point after.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The
extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense sent to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Another run here with Sanders. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Beckham, the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 25-yard line.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The first down pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So that one will be accepted. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
33-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He finds Beckham complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
First down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
They'll try again with Chubb, and he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Browns 24, Eagles 17.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out right at the 35.
10 yards on.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's got room. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Being chased out left. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
A 21-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all.
A crusher there as it's intercepted.
That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
24-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Browns, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.